This is Beyond the Big Screen podcast with your host, Steve Guerra.
Here is another Beyond the Big Screen teaser for episodes coming soon. I hope you enjoy and definitely tune in for future episodes. If you want to learn more, you can head over to beyondthebigscreen.com. You can also send me an email to steve@a2zhistorypage.com or follow us on social media by searching for A2Z History. I will see you next time beyond the big screen.
At this time period, but New York would have a champion, and so LA would have a champion, and Nevada, and so on and so on and so on. So to try to figure out this problem, all the major promoters came together and they created an organization called the National Wrestling Alliance. Now, the National Wrestling Alliance, the NWA, is not a wrestling promotion per se. It's kind of a governing body. So think, I'm sure a lot of your audience, because they probably listen to your other podcasts, think of kind of the Holy Roman Empire, where you'd have the president of the NWA, right? And then all the wrestling promotions kind of underneath him. Now, the president was kind of, I wouldn't say it was just a figurehead the way the emperor was in the Holy Roman Empire, but he didn't have a ton of power. He could only do basically what all the other wrestling promotions agreed to. The reason the NWA came about was wrestling promoters would be like, oh, okay, I see this guy, he's working over here and he's a really good wrestler and he seems to get a great pop from the crowd. I'd like him to come and work for our promotion. So the NWA basically would facilitate these talent exchanges, and all the major wrestling promoters came together. It's confusing when we have all these different heavyweight champs. Let's just have one NWA heavyweight champ, and we'll all agree on who this guy is going to be.
I think it all comes back to how superficial he is. And maybe that superficiality comes as that he is so focused on being a superstar. I think maybe I've come around to your position there that it's the actor, the artist, the musician, that they're so focused on all their depth goes into this one aspect of their life that they really can't commit themselves to these other things. He can't be the best deli worker he can be because he's focused on his craft. He can't be the best father he can be. He can't really try to court Pam and convince her that he's legit, that he's not just wanting to be with her as a fling. He can't commit himself to any one of these things because he is so 100% dedicated to his art.
And like I was me and you were going back and forth with this, and I was like, I mean, in a sense, there's something to respect about that to a degree, right? Like, this is not somebody I would want as a dad. This is not somebody I would want in my family per se. This is not somebody I would probably be good friends with, right? But from a distance, I can respect that they're willing to sacrifice everything else in their life to be the best at what they do. And like, if you read a lot of musicians' lives, I stopped reading about them, to be honest with you, because a lot of the times it's not very flattering. And then, years and years ago, something clicked in my head. I go, well, you can respect them. And it's because there's so few types of people like that are willing to just put 100% of their focus on their craft. You can respect it from a distance.